So we are doing this first chapter of the TYBCom Costing Sem 5, and this is preparing a cost sheet. You already know this part, so I will go a little bit quicker on this. Okay. Tell me, what is a cost sheet? Please, can you answer?
It's where we write all the cost of
Direct and indirect
material.
expenses. Yeah.
So if you are a manufacturer, basically, okay, you are going to produce the goods and services. And when you are producing the goods and services, you are going to do some direct expenses. And you are going to do certain indirect expenses. Yeah. Indirect expenses in the language of costing are called overheads. I hope you are with me. And direct expenses are those expenses that can be, do you remember anything?
Which direct or indirect?
Direct expenses?
It's about raw materials के ऊपर जो
हाँ.
expenses होते हैं.
These are expenses that can be directly traceable to the product. When I say it is directly traceable to the product means what? When you look at the product, you can identify that these expenses have gone into it. Like when I look at an ice cream, I can identify what all things have gone into it. Please answer.
Yeah.
Milk, flavorings, color.
Milk, flavoring, color, fruit, and the person who made that ice cream.
That
Yes,
goes in indirect cost.
indirect,
But
no, but
without the person putting the ice cream on the cone, is it possible to have the ice cream?
No.
No. So when he is directly associated with the product, Zara, please unmute your mic. When he is directly associated with the product, it is direct labor. But if it is a cleaner who's going to clean the premises, that would be which labor?
Indirect.
Indirect labor. So when I prepare a cost sheet, my motto or my agenda would be, I would write all the direct costs. I would write all the indirect cost. Indirect cost is called what?
Factory overheads.
Overheads. The indirect costs are called overheads. Here we are not telling that it is factory overheads. Right now I am telling indirect costs. Whenever indirect comes, it is overheads. Okay. So I said direct cost, indirect cost. You add it, you are going to get your cost of production. Are you with me? Okay.
Yes.
Direct cost, what costs?
Raw materials, no, everything related
That
to raw
can be
materials.
directly traceable to the product, and there are three direct costs, that is direct material, direct labor, and direct expenses. I hope you know this.
Yes.
Direct material, direct labor, and direct expenses. And I could also say direct cost is 99.99999% of the times variable.
Okay.
Okay. So when I talk about preparing a cost sheet, what would be my first thing that I would incorporate?
Direct expense.
Direct cost, then indirect cost, and then cost of production. Direct cost would have direct material, direct labor, and direct expenses. And these are 99.99% variable. Okay. Direct cost is also called what?
Direct cost.
So I have direct material, I have direct labor, I have direct expenses. These are all elements of cost. What is it?
Elements of cost.
Okay. So the costs Guys, divided into two parts. I will add a page. I expect you to do this along with me. So when I talk about costs, my cost is normally divided into, I am changing this. I'm saying it is elements of cost. It is divided into two parts. The first part is what? Direct, or I would say it is which cost? Prime costs. And the second part is indirect. Indirect is also called what?
Overhead.
Overheads. Or it is also called what?
Overheads.
Cost. So whenever there is the word on cost, it's overheads, it is indirect. I hope you're with me.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the nature of prime costs? The nature of prime costs is that I would say it is always, or 99.99%, it is 100% variable. So when I make my cost sheet, I would first start with direct materials. Then I would write direct labor. Then I would write direct expenses. And then I would get prime cost. I hope you're with me. Direct material, direct labor, and direct expenses. When you add all of this, you are going to get something which is the prime cost. Are you with me?
Yes.
Okay. I hope you remember this also. When I talk about direct material and I am trying to find out, make a cost sheet. Why I am making a cost sheet? To find the cost of production, or I would say I'm making the cost sheet to find the cost per unit.
Yes.
So if I am trying to find the cost per unit, whenever I am taking the direct material into consideration, I will take the direct material consumed. What do I mean by direct material consumed? Unmute and speak.
I
The
don't know.
raw materials which is being used to make the product.
So anything that you do not use, what you do?
Put it in the
You
indirect
minus
material.
it. Anything that is not used is called what? The closing stock. What is closing stock?
What is remaining? The stock
Unused
that is zero.
or what is remaining. Okay. So when I am talking about direct material, I will use direct material consumed. So whatever is not used has to go out. So it is minus. If I purchase some materials and I do not use it, so what will I do?
Return it.
Deduct it.
You will minus it. Okay. So when I'm talking direct material, I will take direct material consumed, and direct material consumed has these elements in it, which will be calculated in the first column. What are the elements of direct material consumed? Opening stock of raw material. That means the goods of last year, which you're going to use this year. Add what? Purchase of raw material.
Yes.
Add all the expenses that you incurred to transport the material to the place of production. I'm using this statement.
Yeah.
Huh? What you said?
Yes. Nothing.
Add all the expenses incurred to transport the materials to place of production. That
Yep.
all would come in the cost of purchases. It would be added to the cost of purchases. So what
Hmm.
all is that? It's carriage inward, octroi, freight, customs, transit, all these expenses are added.
And royalty.
No, not royalty. Minus closing stock of raw material, minus if you've returned something, and in the production process, if you have something that is left over, and on selling that leftover, if you are getting some money through the sale of raw material scrap, which word is important? Raw material scrap. So even that would be removed from the cost, because any income generated from selling the scrap is reducing the cost.
Yeah.
Okay. So what all is coming in raw material consumed? Direct material consumed.
Hmm.
What comes in direct material consumed?
Opening stock
Opening
of
stock of raw material, purchase of raw material,
carriage inward or octroi or
octroi,
freight,
freight,
transit,
customs transit,
minus closing stock, minus purchase return,
purchase
and
decision, sale of raw material scrap.
After you do all this plus and minus, what you get is direct material consumed. In that, you add direct labor. When I talk about direct labor, how do I identify that the labor is direct or indirect? You would say it is productive. It is direct. The word wages or factory would come in.
Okay.
If you had indirect factory wages, where will you write?
The indirect expense.
Okay. If you had unproductive direct factory wages,
Direct, direct.
it's unproductive. See, indirect labor only productive would come.
Hmm.
Okay.
unproductive go in what, miss?
Unproductive will go in the indirect overheads.
Okay. And indirect factory wages is also in factory overheads.
Yeah, factory overheads. Okay.
Okay.
If it is wages and salaries, where will it come?
Direct labor.
And if it is
Direct.
salaries and wages,
Indirect.
Indirect.
if it is productive salary,
Direct.
Direct.
direct. Because which word is important? Productive.
Productive.
Which word is important? Direct. So you have direct material consumed, you have direct labor, you have direct expenses. You add, you will get what? Prime cost.
Hmm.
Okay. So elements of cost. Can you tell me the three elements of cost?
Direct.
Direct.
Material
Direct material, direct labor.
Direct labor and indirect.
and expenses. What are the elements of cost? These are the three elements of cost. What are the elements of cost?
Direct material, direct labor, direct expenses.
Okay. I am saying only cost. So I do not, I'm not looking at direct or indirect. I'm talking about the elements of cost.
Okay.
So what are the elements of cost?
Direct material, direct labor, and direct
I am
expense.
not talking about direct. I'm only talking about costs. Cost is divided into two parts, direct and indirect. So when I'm talking about elements of cost, what will it be?
Direct and indirect.
Direct and indirect.
Material, labor, and expenses. These are the three elements of costs.
Okay.
What are the elements of costs?
Material, labor, and
Material, labor, and expenses.
Cost is divided into two parts. What are the two parts?
Direct and indirect.
Direct cost is also called what?
Prime cost.
prime cost.
Indirect is also called what?
Overhead.
Overheads.
Or
Con cost.
on
cost.
cost. Okay. When I talk about prime cost, you will write material, labor, direct material, direct labor, direct expenses, and then you get a prime cost. Are you with me?
Yes.
Okay. Now, when I talk about indirect cost is also called what? Overheads. So these overheads are split into three parts. Okay. What are the three parts that it is split into? First, it is split into factory overheads. Then it is split into what? Office and administration overhead.
मिस इसमें वर्क इन प्रोग्रेस भी आता था ना?
Darling, I'm coming to it. And third overheads is what? Selling and distribution overheads.
Okay.
Sometimes they would say this is factory on cost. Factory on cost is what?
Factory overhead.
Factory overheads. Office and administration overheads could be said office and administration on cost. And selling and distribution overhead could be said selling and distribution on cost. I
I
hope-
didn't understood this.
Okay. Overheads ka other name. Overheads has another name which is called on cost.
Yeah.
So factory overheads, office and administration overheads, selling and distribution overheads. But sometimes they will not use the word overheads. They will
Okay.
do factory on cost.
Acha, okay.
So you should understand that they mean what?
Overheads.
Factory overheads. If they say you office and administration on costs.
Hmm.
So this is
That
just
means-
placement of overheads.
Okay, ठीक है.
Okay.
Hmm.
Factory also has another replacement that they use. The replacement of factory is works. So they can use any combination. Works overhead means what?
Factory overheads.
Works on costs.
Factory
Factory
overheads.
Works overhead.
Factory overhead.
Factory on costs.
Factory overhead.
Now here what you need to understand is the nature. Factory overhead can be variable also. It can be fixed also. And it can be semi-variable also. Do you know the difference between these three?
No.
Zara,
Yes.
do you know the distinguish between variable, semi-variable and fixed?
No. No.
Variable is something that changes as per production.
Yeah.
If production increases, the cost increases. If production decreases, the cost decreases.
Yes.
Yeah, Zara?
Yes, yes.
If I go to buy 5 chocolates, instead of 5, if I buy 6, the cost will increase.
Yes. So that is
But
variable.
that is
When the
variable.
costs change, it is variable.
Yeah, it
Yes.
changes according to the production.
Okay.
What is fixed costs?
When the price
That
is fixed,
doesn't change.
When the price is fixed irrespective of the production,
yeah.
I charge you hourly. Variable or fixed?
Fixed.
How?
Because it's not changing.
Per hour, the price is
Per
the same.
Per hour, the price is same. So per
Yeah.
hour, or I would say per unit, the variable cost remains the same. But what about the total variable cost?
Total will change.
Total
Kabhi 2
variable cost will
3 hours.
increase,
Hmm.
output increases, and it will decrease if output decreases.
Hmm.
This is the nature of the cost.
Yeah.
How about fixed?
When the price is fixed,
Can you give me example?
like when you are taking per book.
So the total fixed cost remains the same.
Irrespective of output.
Irrespective
How many
of
hours?
output. However, the fixed cost per unit can change depending upon the output. And what is semi-variable?
It may change sometime or it may not change. ऐसा कुछ?
Semi-variable is also called like a step-up cost. That means a part of it is variable and a part of it is fixed. Say, for example, if you buy up to 100 units, or I would take example of a courier company. If you courier up to 10 kgs, they are going to charge you $10. Up to 10 kg, if I'm couriering, they will charge me dollar, not 10, I'd say they'll charge $100. So even if I courier 5 kg, I'm going to be charged how much?
100.
100. Even if I courier 3 kg, I'm going to be charged how much?
100.
If I courier 10 kg, I will be charged how much?
100.
100. So if I'm couriering 10 kg, the price is going to remain 100. Are you with me?
Yes.
Now if you go to the 11th kg. So for the next 10 kg, they are going to charge me again 100. So if you go to 11th kg, the price would still be 100. If you go to 15 kg, the price will still be 100. So it is going to change the range.
Mm-hmm.
For the next slab above 10, it is going to be another 100. So a part of it is fixed, a part of it is variable.
Semi-variable, no?
Semi-variable. This is a more common example of stepped fixed costs. Step up fixed costs. It works in steps. Okay. So when I'm talking about factory overheads, it can be variable also, semi-variable also, fixed also. Okay.
Yeah.
When I'm talking about office and administration overheads or office and administration costs, it is 95% of the times fixed. 5% may be variable. Maybe. And selling and distribution overheads, again, it can be variable also, semi-variable also, and fixed also. So you have to be very mindful when you are doing the calculation. I hope you're with me.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Now I am going to add some things, okay, over here. Direct costs plus the factory overheads is going to give you something that is called the works costs. What is it called? Works cost. Works is also called what? Factory cost.
What will give us this means?
Works is also called factory.
हाँ, that I understood. क्या देगा but ये? Add करना
Work
क्या?
cost, factory cost. Prime cost plus factory overheads is going to give you work costs.
Okay.
Okay. But if you have any work in progress, you need to adjust it before you find the cost of your work. Work cost means cost of your work. So if you have any work in progress, you will add opening work in progress minus closing work in progress.
This is after the
So-
indirect cost.
Yeah.
So we have to find the work in progress, or it will be
given to you directly.
Okay.
Okay?
Hmm.
Come on. Prime costs plus factory overheads, you're going to get some total. In that you adjust your opening and closing work in progress, you're going to get works cost. That means cost of doing your work. Are you with me?
Yes.
Cost of doing the work in the factory. And I am looking to find the cost of production. So the cost of production will have all other expenses also. Don't mix it with AS level. I hope you're with me now. Look over.
Yeah.
Prime costs, add the factory overheads. Add which overhead?
Factory or
Factory overheads.
You are going to get something that is called what?
Factory work cost or factory cost.
Factory cost or work cost.
yeah,
But you have to adjust it for what?
works.
Opening and closing work in progress.
Yeah, work in
Because
progress.
what is still in progress, you remove the cost of it. And what was in progress before, last year you removed, so add it now.
Mhm.
Okay? Factory cost is also called what? Works cost.
Works cost.
Can you give me the format up to works cost?
I'll send it.
Tell me.
Huh?
Give me the format up till works cost.
Okay. So first is direct material, direct labor, and direct expenses will give me the prime cost.
Okay.
And then the indirect, the work factory overheads or the work overheads, plus the opening stock of work in progress, less the closing stock of work in progress will give me works cost.
Very good. Okay. Zara, I move ahead.
Yes.
Then I will
Yes,
give you
ma'am.
time to write. Okay. In the works cost, you will add your other overheads. Your other overheads is what?
Office.
Your other overheads is your office and administration overheads. Office and administration is also called general. Are you with me?
Yes.
Okay. Once you add your office and administration overheads, you're going to get your cost of production.
Mm,
Okay. I hope
okay.
you are with me. In your
Mm.
work costs, if you're going to add your office and administration overheads, what you're going to get is cost of production.
Cost of production.
So your cost sheet ends at the cost of production.
Okay.
But when they ask you cost sheet, they can also ask you to make a statement of sales and profit. I'm repeating. What will they ask you to make?
Statement of sale and profit.
So anything up till here is going to give you your cost of production. Now you have to add your statement of sales and profit. So in your cost of production, I'm going to add and subtract what? Opening stock of finished goods. And you're going to subtract what? Closing stock of finished goods. You're going to get cost of goods sold.
Okay.
Okay. Please understand this concept over here. First, I did my direct costs and I added what? Factory overheads. I adjusted it for what? Work in progress. So I got the cost of doing the things in my factory, or I would say I got the works cost.
Mm.
Are you with me?
Yes.
Yes.
In that, I added my office and administration overheads. Why do I add the office and administration overheads? Because there might be certain things that you do in the office, like placing the order of your material that happens in the office, accounting for it, the staff salary. Without an office, it is not possible for you to produce the goods. So you
Mhm.
add the office and administration overheads, you will get the cost of production. And this is the cost of producing the goods.
Yes.
But it is not necessary that whatever you produce is whatever you sold.
Yeah.
Quantity produced and quantity sold may or may not be the same.
Yeah.
So if the quantity produced is not equal to quantity sold, then
Mhm.
you will also have to find the cost of goods sold. Please understand, this is cost of production.
Mm.
So in the cost of production, when you do your adjustments for what? Finished goods. That means things of last year that you're going to sell now, you add, and the finished goods that you could not sell this year, you will subtract. So you will add the opening stock of finished goods. You will subtract the closing stock of finished goods. Then you're going to get something which is called the COGS. Cost of those goods that you are selling.
तो ये पूरा एक ही है कि फिर स्टेटमेंट ऑफ सेल्स एंड प्रॉफिट वो अलग है जो
Statement of sales and profit starts from here.
But it's a continuation of the cost sheet, no?
Yeah, but you will have to give it a different heading, which is called the statement of sales and profit. Okay? Statement
and
of
it will
sales
end
and
at
profit.
COGS.
Yeah, it will end at COGS. That means up till cost of production, the statement that you are making, you are going to make two columns. One is the total cost and one is cost per unit. Okay? Cost per unit, you see the cost sheet is labeled for production units. So when you make your cost sheet, you give it a heading. Cost sheet for the year ended. Dash, 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 dash. For the goods of this many units, your production. Okay? So whatever total cost you get, you divide it by the number of units that you produce, you will get cost per unit. I hope you're with me.
What?
Suppose your direct labor is 20,000. Number of units produced is 1,000. Can you give me the cost per unit for direct labor?
20.
20. Fine. Khalas.
But वो लिखना क्यों है?
In the cost sheet, you always have a two column. One is for the total cost and one column is for the cost per unit. As I started, you are going to make the cost sheet to find the cost of the goods produced. Per unit cost of the goods that is produced. So you need to know per unit cost also and you need to know total also.
Miss, but that is in sums where it is mentioned, no? That you have to write the cost per unit or all sums you have to do it.
Where quantitative details are given about the units produced and units sold, you will make a separate column for per unit.
And if it's not given, we do not need to do
We
it.
do not need to do it. Okay. Cost sheet. Where does the cost sheet end?
The cost of
At
production.
cost of production. So over here, the amount will be calculated based on goods produced. After this, when you go to statement of sales and profit, here it would be on the basis of goods sold.
Yes.
हाँ बोलो.
No, I was looking at the book, no? So the जो pro forma of the cost sheet ना, along with that only end में this is written. It's not made separate account नहीं बनाया उसका statement.
It is a continuation, darling, of the cost
Yeah,
sheet.
but it's not written statement of sales and profit.
We will do sums. I will show you in your TYBCom. You will mention it as statement of sales and profit. And always remember, you will write sales dash 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 units. So here when you're dividing, you will divide it by the number of units sold. I hope I'm very clear. In the cost of production, you're going to do adjustments for what?
Opening stock of finished goods minus closing stock of finished goods.
You will get what? Cost of
goods sold.
What is the meaning of cost of goods sold? Cost of those goods that you have sold.
Yeah.
Okay. In that you will add which overhead? Selling and distribution overheads, because this is going to contribute towards the sale of goods?
Isn't selling and distribution and sales and administrative similar?
Selling and distribution overheads and sales and administration overheads. I will tell you what comes in it. But first you look at the format.
Hmm.
Once you add your selling and distribution overheads, you are going to get something that is called what? Cost of sales. Cost of the goods sold. Add profit, you will get sales. I hope I am clear with this.
Yes.
Okay. Can we please repeat the format? Zara and Afia together, please.
Direct material plus direct labor plus direct expenses
Is equal to prime
gives you
cost.
prime cost plus
Then
indirect, factory overheads
minus factory
So,
overhead
simple.
plus opening work in progress
Work in
less closing
progress,
work in
less
progress
closing work will give us factory cost.
will give works cost.
Okay. In that,
Then we'll have to add the
Office and administration
administration
overheads,
overheads, फिर
which
अपने को
will
cost of production.
cost of
work
production.
cost as office and administration overheads is give cost of production. Now from here, what starts? Statement of sales and profit.
Sales and profit.
So from here, if I want to do anything per unit, I will divide it by the number of units sold. Okay. Now
Yeah.
cost of production, add opening stock of finished goods
Less closing stock of finished goods,
is going to give you what?
cost of goods sold.
Okay, add opening stock of finished goods minus closing stock of finished goods is going to give me cost of goods sold. Okay, then
What?
add which overhead?
Sales and distribution overhead.
So cost of goods sold at selling and distribution overheads is going to give you what?
Cost of sales.
It is going to give us cost of sales.
Cost of goods sold and cost of sales is different.
Yeah. Cost of goods sold is before adding the selling and distribution. After
Okay.
adding the selling and distribution, what will you get? Cost of sales. Add profit gives you sales. You want to
Okay.
repeat again? Come on. Say. Please say.
Direct material plus direct labor plus direct expenses gives prime cost plus factory overhead gives work. Plus opening of work in progress less closing of work
minus
in
closing
progress
of work in progress will give us
give us for works overhead.
factory overheads.
Hmm.
Then
एक मिनट फैक्ट्री ओवरहेड्स में क्या ऐड करना है?
Opening work in progress.
Okay. Factory overheads add opening work in progress minus closing work in progress is going to give us what?
Works overhead.
Works cost, not overhead.
Oh, sorry, yeah, works cost.
Then
Office and administrative overheads.
Then add office and administrative overheads.
Will give cost of production.
Office and administration is also called general, okay?
Yes.
Then you will get cost of production.
Hmm.
This is end of cost sheet. After this, whenever you divide, you would divide it with number of units sold. Okay, after cost of production, what will you do?
Add opening stock of finished goods Less closing stock
The
of
closing
finished
stock of finished goods will give us COGS.
cost of goods.
Then
Plus
Then
selling and
add
distribution overheads.
selling distribution overhead, which will give cost of sales.
Cost of sales, add profit, which will give
Add
us sales.
profit gives sales.
okay, fine. Now what comes under what overheads? Okay, after doing this, I will give you some time to prepare your notes. Factory overheads, everything that is in the factory. Manufacturing, unproductive. There is one thing that people get confused in. Drawing office salary.
Hmm.
Where will this go? Because it is drawing and the drawing is normally made for the goods that you're producing. Okay. So when this office is there and salary is there, people confuse this for office and administration overheads.
Hmm.
But this is not office and administration overheads. This is factory overheads. That is why I have highlighted it for you all.
Hmm.
So that will
Then
come in,
depreciation on all your factory.
it will come in factory.
See, when I see office salary,
Hmm.
when I see office salary, I tend to put it in office.
Hmm.
But this is not office and administration. This is factory overheads.
Hmm.
I hope you're with me.
Yes.
Okay, then go ahead.
What?
Excise, duty, royalty on production. This is also something that confuses people.
Hmm.
Excise duty, royalty on production, where will it go? Factory overhead.
Factory overheads.
And if
Miss,
any factory scrap is there, you're going to subtract from here.
but that won't get subtracted from the direct material.
Please look at the words.
Uh,
Look at the
okay.
words, please.
Hmm.
Look at the word over here. Factory wastage. Raw material wastage.
Okay.
Okay, they are separate. So don't confuse yourself. Now, what comes in office and administration overheads? Okay. Now, yeah, for royalty also there is one separate thing. Where is royalty? Yeah. For royalty, there is one separate thing. It can be paid on goods produced and it can be paid on sold also. So if nothing is mentioned,
Hmm.
if nothing is mentioned about royalty, then you take it as office.
Hmm.
Okay? Sorry. Then you take it as factory. Okay? If they mention royalties on production, then you will take as what? Again, factory.
Factory.
If they mention royalty, then where will you take it as? Factory.
Office. Factory.
If they say royalty on sales,
Office.
if they say royalty on sales, then it will be selling.
Selling and distribution.
Yeah. So you need to be mindful. These are the places where they confuse the kids on.
Miss, so the office part is after factory cost
Yeah, office is after factory cost.
and factory is direct वाला के indirect वाला नहीं prime cost के पहले
Prime
fact-
cost is only direct. After that, anything indirect. It does not matter it is variable or fixed. If it's related to factory, it will come here. These are the places where people get confused on. So I have highlighted for you. I okay? So for office, conveyance and travel. Tell me why I have highlighted it.
It is factory or office.
Conveyance. Conveyance, that means you're giving someone money to come to the office so that it becomes convenient for him.
Hmm.
So it is office overheads. If it is conveyance and travel, it is still office overheads. But if it is only traveling expense, then this is going to be selling overheads. I will give you time to write this, but I want to make it clear that whatever I have highlighted are the places where people get confused. Are you with me?
Only if travel will come then.
Sorry?
Only travel will come then.
Selling. Traveling,
And conveyance.
traveling and conveyance, selling.
Okay.
Conveyance and traveling, office.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? General office salary. Office. Okay?
Hmm.
Fine.
Is conveyance come in factory?
Conveyance come in office. Conveyance, that means you're paying someone so that it becomes convenient for him to come to office.
And traveling expenses?
Traveling is to travel. You travel to sell the goods. It's related.
That is the carriage, no?
That is carriage outward is something that you are paying to get the goods transported to your customer. Traveling
Oh.
expenses, you're doing some promotion in different parts of the world so that
Hmm.
your goods is known. So it is related to sales.
Okay.
I hope this is clear.
Hmm.
These are the places where they confuse the kids.
Hmm.
What comes in selling and distribution? Free samples, salesman wages, showroom rent, electricity, advertisement, carriage outward, discount allowed, commission, bad debts, royalty on sale, sales tax, delivery van depreciation, showroom furniture depreciation. This all comes in selling and distribution. Okay?
Hmm.
Cost of production, add and minus opening stock of finished goods, opening and closing, cost of goods sold plus selling and distribution, cost of sales, add profit, you get sales.
Hmm.
Fine. Now these are some confusing points there which I want you all to have notes on. Discount allowed and bad debts. This can be treated as selling or factory overheads, for which the instructions will be given. I hope you're with me.
Yes.
However, if no instructions are given, then you will write a note that this is a part of selling and distribution overheads.
Okay.
I hope I'm clear. I'm clear.
Yeah.
Second thing, they will not tell you that you prepare a cost per unit column, but you should know it directly. If you have quantitative details of finished goods produced, finished goods sold, opening stock and closing stock of finished goods, then a cost per unit column will be prepared.
Okay.
And separate statement of sales and profit will not be prepared. If quantitative details are given, then what?
Then you have to do calculate it according to cost per unit.
Okay, fine. So separate statement of sales and profit will not be prepared and the cost sheet will be prepared if quantitative details are given.
Yeah.
Now, no, this was not factory, this was financial. There are certain expenses and income which are financial in nature, which will not be included in the costing. This is all. I will make you learn this. But before I go ahead, I want you to write so I get some breathing time. So there are certain notes. There is discount allowed and bad debts. These are controversy items, okay? Discount allowed and bad debts can be treated as selling and distribution overheads, which is a part of your cost sheet. Or it can be treated as financial overhead, which comes in your profit and loss account. So it can be anything, okay? So they will give you specific instructions that these are financial overheads or this is selling and distribution overheads. If it is financial overheads, it will never be a part of your cost sheet. Are you
Okay.
with me? So
Yeah.
if they give you instructions, specific instructions that this is financial overheads, you ensure that it is a part of your, not a part of your cost sheet. Okay? Financial items are excluded from the cost sheet. But if no instructions are given of how the treatment should be there, you can give any treatment that you like, but for whatever you're doing, writing a note is compulsory, carries 2 marks.
Okay. So where we have to
What
put
will you write in note? In the absence of information, bad debts is treated as selling and distribution overheads. No problem. In the absence of information, bad debts is treated as financial overheads, hence ignored. So whatever you are ignoring, you need to write as a clear note. I hope you're with me.
Yes.
Okay. Second thing, if you have quantitative details given to you, that means you have finished goods, opening stock, closing stock, goods produced and goods sold. If information regarding this is given to you, in that scenario, you will not prepare a separate statement for profit and sales. The cost sheet will be continued as it is. Are you with me?
Yes.
If quantitative details are not given, then cost sheet separate and statement of profit and sales separate.
Hmm.
Okay.
यानी what is quantitative details यानी वो समझ कैसा आएगा?
Units, number of units produced, number of units sold. This many units are in the finished goods. Opening stock of finished goods is this many units. Closing stock of finished goods is this many units.
So if all of this is there, so
Then
पूरा
the cost sheet will continue the way it is. You will not prepare a separate statement. Okay? But if
Yeah.
you are not given quantitative details, then 2 separate statements are mandatory to be prepared.
Okay.
Are you with me?
Yes.
Now, certain expenses which are financial in nature, they are ignored. They are not included in the costing. There is a list of 9 things that I have given you to remember. Interest paid on loans, income tax, donations, fines, penalties, preliminary expenses written off, goodwill written off, profit or loss on sale of investments. Please note this is investments, it is not assets. Loss by fire, theft, obsolescence, any other income like discount received, interest or dividend received, rent received, commission received, these are all treated as financial income. So this is ignored from costing. Dividend paid, transfer to reserves, all these things are also ignored from costing. Can you tell me the treatment for discount allowed?
In the selling and distribution.
Information should be given. If no information is given, you can take as selling or distribution or financial. But whatever you do, note should be written. I hope you're with me.
Yeah.
These are the things that I had discussed, the highlighted part.
Hmm.
What is transit insurance? This is the premium amount paid when goods are in transit.
Yes.
Excise duty is always added in raw material. Okay?
Raw material means in the direct material.
Yes. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. Excise duty is always in factory overheads on the goods produced. Okay? These are the things which you tend to forget, so you memorize it. Royalty can be paid on goods produced and sold. If it's produced, it is which overheads?
Factory.
If it is sold, it is selling and
Office.
distribution. And if
Selling.
it, yeah, and if it is only royalty, then
Selling.
if it is on goods produced, where will it go?
Factory.
Okay, if it is only royalty, then also factory. If it is on sold, selling.
Okay.
Conveyance, which overheads?
Office.
Traveling.
Selling.
And the meaning of write off is you treat it as expense.
Direct expense.
Okay, whatever expense. Write off means treat as expense.
Okay.
Okay. Now, keeping this in mind, we are going to solve the questions that is selected by you. So we are doing this question number 10, which is of SY BAF. But it is to make the cost sheet. So the cost sheet always starts with cost sheet for the year ended. Below that, if you're given about the units, you will write the units over here. Okay? Then you will see the question. They want you to prepare cost sheet to find the cost per item and the total cost. That means how many columns you need?
Okay.
2 columns. One for the total and one is for the cost per unit. I hope you're with me.
Yeah.
Or it would be the cost per ton.
Yeah.
Then we are going to do the markings.
Hmm.
Raw materials,
Yeah.
DMC.
DMC.
Productive wages,
DL.
DL. Please be mindful, we will use our headings. Direct material, direct labor, direct expenses, prime cost. Add
FOL.
FOH. Then opening
Work in
working
progress.
works cost. Then office, then COP, then sales, then COS.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Unproductive wages, we did FOH. Anything related to factory, again factory overheads, motor power,
Factory overheads.
haulage.
What is haulage?
Exactly, I was supposed to ask you, what is haulage? See, when you have machines in your factory, right? And you want to dismantle those machines. Okay. So this is basically used for moving the goods using large vehicles. So you're dismantling the machines or you are moving the goods in your factory, but you are using large vehicles to move those goods. So that is called haulage. Okay. You can even dismantle the goods and move it. That is also haulage.
Okay.
Which overhead?
Factory.
Okay, come on. Director. Fees. Works.
Factory
This
overhead.
Factory.
Another name for factory is what?
Works.
Works.
Okay. Director P, office.
Selling
Office and administration.
Wow, office is written and you are saying selling?
sorry, office.
Cleaning,
FOH.
sundry, office expenses.
ONA.
You say office and administration, okay? Only
Yeah.
FOH is factory that you use short form. Factory stationery,
FO.
FOH.
office stationery.
Office and administration.
Administration.
Loose tools, written off.
It's cancelled, no?
Written off means what?
Your tool cancelled.
As expense.
Yeah?
I made you write the meaning of it. You all did not write
Yeah.
another thing.
Hmm.
Rent and taxes office.
Off. Okay.
Office and administration.
Office expense, no? Office and administration, में ना? As an
Water
expense.
supply. Water supply.
This is.
Do you
I
need
don't know where is the
office?
supplying. Where are they supplying the water?
Do you need water in office?
No.
Yeah.
The staff can get water from home. Do you
Okay,
need
so
water
factory
to
office.
sell your goods?
क्या means?
Factory overheads. Do you need water to sell your goods?
No.
No.
Factory insurance.
Factory overhead.
Office insurance.
Office
Or-
and administration.
Legal expenses.
Office and administration.
Can you tell me why?
Because it takes place in the office.
Yes. Direct expenses.
It is direct expenses only.
Okay, very good. Rent of warehouse.
Factory overhead. Factory overhead.
House.
Place.
Where you store goods to sell.
So selling and distribution.
Yes. This was also in my highlighted point. I don't know why Ms. Zubia didn't write. Okay. Warehouse is the place where you store the goods you produced to sell. So whenever you are selling anything, so you get the goods from your warehouse to your showroom. Okay. So it's a selling and distribution overhead. Depreciation of plant and machinery.
Yes, factory overheads.
Office building.
Office and administration.
Office and administration.
Delivery vans.
Selling and distribution.
Bad debts.
Selling and distribution.
Is there anything mentioned?
No.
Nothing.
So note is a must over here. Okay.
Miss, what all comes in selling and distribution? यानी क्या अपने को डालना है उसमें?
Zara, I feel like killing you.
अरे नहीं, वो मैं समझी, बट ऐसा प्रॉपर जैसा पता है ना, फैक्ट्री में फैक्ट्री की चीजें आएंगी, वैसा मेरे को इसमें और
Anything that helps you to sell your goods.
okay.
Like you're giving somebody free samples. You're giving salesman salary, commission. You are paying for carriage outwards, transporting goods from showroom to the customer. Showroom rent, advertisement, showroom rates, royalty on sale, sales tax, traveling expense, delivery van depreciation on showroom. This is all which expense?
Selling.
Related to sales and distribution. Okay. Advertising.
Selling and distribution.
Sales department.
Selling and distribution.
Upkeep of delivery van.
Selling and distribution.
Bank charges.
I don't know.
Office and administration. I have given you a list that comes in financial expenses. Other than that list, nothing else. Okay.
Okay.
Commission on sales.
Selling and distribution.
Now you have the format of your cost sheet.
Hmm.
You will keep that format that I had asked you to make
Hmm.
and then try to do this. There is no opening work in progress, closing work in progress, opening stock of finished goods and closing stock of finished goods. Since that is not there, cost of sales is equal to cost of goods sold. I hope I'm clear.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Come on, prepare. I think the first sum was more hard than this one. Okay, come on, do this. I'll wait for you. If possible, please share your screen.